Most people over 60 have been told the same thing for years. Walk more, stay active, get your steps every day. And walking does help. It helps your heart, it helps your lungs, it helps circulation. But here is the part that rarely gets explained. Walking does almost nothing to stop muscle loss after 60. And muscle loss is the real problem. After your 30s, your body begins losing muscle slowly. You don't notice it right away. You still feel fine. Until one day, simple things feel harder. Standing up takes more effort. Stairs feel heavier. Your balance feels less certain. This is not weakness. This is biology. The medical term is age-related muscle loss, and it accelerates as you get older. Here is why walking fails to stop it. When you walk, many muscles share the work. No single muscle works hard enough. Your body adapts by doing the minimum required. Muscles that are not challenged begin to shrink. That is why people can walk every day and still lose strength year after year. This is not an opinion. It is how the body responds to demand. Walking keeps you moving. It does not keep you strong. And strength is what protects independence. Strength is what allows you to stand up without help. Strength is what keeps you steady when you step. Strength is what protects your bones if you fall. This is why doctors and physical therapists focus on resistance-based movement for older adults. Not heavy weights, not intense workouts. Simple movements against gravity, often performed while seated. Chair-based exercises allow your muscles to work safely. They reduce joint stress. They train the exact muscles you use every day. This is where most people get confused. They think exercise must look difficult to be effective. It does not. What matters is targeted effort. In this video, you will learn 5 seated exercises that activate the muscles most responsible for independence after 60. Each one targets a different problem: circulation, leg strength, balance, posture, and one of them has been shown to improve bone strength in the hips. That matters because hip fractures change lives. A large percentage of older adults who break a hip never fully recover. This is why prevention matters. Before we begin, a quick reminder. This video is for educational purposes only. If you have medical conditions or recent surgery, talk with your healthcare provider first. Now let's begin with exercise number 5. It looks simple. Most people ignore it. But without it, blood pools in your lower legs. Seated calf raises. Let's start with exercise number 5. This is one of the most ignored muscle groups in the body, and ignoring it comes with consequences. Seated calf raises. Your calf muscles do more than help you walk. They act as a pump. Every time these muscles contract, they push blood upward from your lower legs back toward your heart. This matters more as you get older. Gravity makes it harder for blood to return from your feet. If the calf muscles are weak, blood begins to pool in the lower legs. That pooling leads to swelling, heaviness, and increased risk of circulation problems. Walking does use the calves, but only lightly. When you walk, many muscles share the effort. The calves never have to work hard. Seated calf raises change that. They isolate the calves. They force a strong contraction, and they do it without stressing your knees or hips. Here is how to perform the movement. Sit in a sturdy chair. Place your feet flat on the floor. Your knees should be bent comfortably. Now press through the balls of your feet and lift your heels off the ground. Lift slowly. At the top, pause for 2 seconds. You should feel the muscles in the back of your lower legs tighten. Then lower your heels slowly back down. That slow lowering phase is important. It signals the muscle to strengthen. Start with 10 to 15 repetitions. Rest briefly. Then repeat for 2 or 3 sets. If this becomes easy, add light resistance. A book or small weight on your thighs is enough. This exercise can be done daily. Many people notice their legs feel lighter within a few weeks. Now let's move to exercise number 4. This one directly affects whether you can stand up easily. Seated knee extensions. The muscles on the front of your thighs are called the quadriceps. These muscles straighten your knee. They lift your body when you stand. They protect your knee joint. As you age, these muscles weaken faster than most others. When quadriceps strength declines, everyday movements become harder. Standing up from a chair takes more effort. Stairs feel exhausting. You begin relying on your hands. Walking does not fix this. On flat ground, the quadriceps barely work. They need resistance. Seated knee extensions provide that resistance. Here is how to perform the movement. Sit back in your chair with your spine upright. Place both feet flat on the floor. Now slowly straighten one leg until it is fully extended. Point your toes upward. At the top, hold for 3 seconds. Squeeze the muscle on the front of your thigh. Then lower your leg slowly back down. Control the movement. Do not let the leg drop. Switch to the other leg. That is 1 repetition. Aim for 10 to 12 repetitions per leg. Rest briefly. Complete 2 or 3 sets. As this exercise becomes easier, you can add ankle weights or a resistance band. Stronger quadriceps reduce stress on the knees. They improve confidence when standing. They protect your joints with every step you take. If standing up has started to feel difficult, this exercise directly addresses that problem. In the next section, we'll move to exercise number 3. This one targets a muscle group most people never train. But without it, walking becomes unstable. Seated hip marches. Now let's move to exercise number 3. This one is critical for walking safely, and most people never train it. Seated hip marches. Every step you take starts at the hip. Your hip flexor muscles lift your leg forward. They help your foot clear the ground. They control how stable each step feels. When these muscles weaken, walking changes. Steps become shorter. Feet drag closer to the floor. Balance feels uncertain. This is one of the main reasons older adults trip, not because they are careless, but because their legs do not lift high enough. Walking alone does not strengthen these muscles. The motion is too small. The resistance is too light. Seated hip marches directly train this movement. They teach your body to lift the leg with control. Here is how to perform the exercise. Sit toward the front of your chair. Keep your spine tall. Your feet should rest lightly on the floor. Now, lift one knee upward toward your chest. Lift slowly. Do not swing the leg. At the top, pause briefly. Feel the muscles working at the front of your hip. Then, lower the foot back down with control. Switch legs. That is 1 repetition. Alternate legs for a total of 20 repetitions. Rest for about 1 minute. Then repeat for 2 or 3 sets. As this becomes easier, you can hold the knee up longer. 3 seconds, then 5 seconds. You can also add light ankle weights if needed. This exercise improves step height. It improves balance. And it prepares your body for real walking situations. Now let's move to exercise number 2. This one affects posture, breathing, and stability. Seated rows with a resistance band. As people age, posture often changes. Shoulders round forward. The upper back weakens. The head moves forward. This is not just appearance. Poor posture affects balance. It limits breathing. It increases neck and shoulder discomfort. Walking does not correct this. Arm swing during walking is passive. There is no resistance. Seated rows activate the muscles that hold your body upright. Here is how to perform the movement. Sit in a chair with your feet flat on the floor. Place a resistance band around the soles of your feet. Hold one end of the band in each hand. Sit tall. Your arms should be extended forward with light tension in the band. Now, pull your elbows back toward your sides. As you pull, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Imagine gently pinching something between them. Hold for 2 seconds. Then slowly extend your arms forward again. Do not rush. Control the movement. Perform 12 to 15 repetitions. Rest briefly. Then complete 2 or 3 sets. The last few repetitions should feel challenging, but never painful. Stronger upper back muscles help counter gravity. They support better posture. They reduce strain on the neck and shoulders. They also improve balance by keeping your center of gravity aligned. If you spend time sitting during the day, this exercise is especially important. Now we come to the final movement. In the next section, we'll cover exercise number 1. This exercise brings everything together: leg strength, balance, coordination. It is one of the strongest indicators of long-term independence, the sit-to-stand exercise. Now we arrive at exercise number 1. If you only do one exercise after 60, this should be it. The sit-to-stand exercise. This movement is not just training, it is a test. Every day, your body performs this action: getting out of a chair, standing up from the toilet, rising from bed, getting out of a car. When this movement becomes difficult, independence starts to disappear. The sit-to-stand exercise strengthens nearly every major muscle involved in daily life. Your thighs straighten the knees, your hips drive you upward, your calves stabilize the ankles, your core keeps you balanced, your back keeps you upright. No other seated movement trains all of these systems together. This is why physical therapists and orthopedic specialists rely on it so heavily. Here is how to perform it correctly. Sit in a sturdy chair. Place your feet flat on the floor. They should be slightly wider than hip-width apart. If possible, cross your arms over your chest. This prevents pushing off with your hands. Lean your upper body slightly forward. Shift your weight over your feet. Now, press through your heels and stand up. Stand fully upright at the top. Straighten your hips and knees. Pause for 1 second. Then slowly lower yourself back down. Take 4 seconds to sit. Control the descent. Gently touch the chair. Do not collapse into it. Immediately begin the next repetition. That slow lowering phase is critical. It is where much of the strength is built. Start with 8 to 10 repetitions. Rest briefly. Then repeat for 2 or 3 sets. If this feels difficult at first, that is normal. You can lightly use your hands for support. Over time, aim to rely on them less. As this exercise becomes easier, you can increase the challenge. Hold a light object against your chest, or slow the descent to 5 or 6 seconds. This movement does more than build muscle. It sends a signal to your bones, a signal that says strength is still needed. That matters, because bone loss increases fracture risk, and hip fractures are life-changing. Many older adults never fully regain independence after one. This is why training this movement matters. Now let's talk about how to use all 5 exercises together. You do not need to do them all in one session. Simple plans work best. Choose 2 or 3 exercises per workout. Spend about 15 minutes. Do this 2 or 3 times per week. For example, one session might include calf raises and knee extensions. Another session might include hip marches and seated rows. A third session can focus on sit-to-stand movements. Walking can still be part of your routine. Walking supports your heart. These exercises protect your strength. They work together. Consistency matters more than intensity. Slow movements, controlled effort, regular practice. That is how strength is maintained. Over time, most people notice changes. Standing up feels easier. Stairs feel more manageable. Balance feels steadier. Confidence improves. These changes do not happen overnight. They happen because the body adapts to what you ask of it. And when you ask for strength, the body responds. Before we finish, one important reminder. This video is for educational purposes only. Always consult your healthcare provider if you have medical concerns. Now we'd like to hear from you. Which of these 5 exercises feels most important for you right now? Have you relied mostly on walking in the past? Share your experience in the comments. If this video was helpful, consider subscribing to Everactive Seniors. We focus on practical, science-informed guidance designed to help you stay independent as you age. Thank you for watching. Take care of your body, and keep moving wisely.